Hello everyone and welcome to Gaming FTL. My name is Josh and I'm here with Alex of Alex vs Coding to show off Narcissus. Now, how's your res been so far?
It has been absolutely insane. I've had such a good time. Feet are very sore, but it is totally worth it.
Sweet. So, Narcissus is a local multiplayer or one player if you want to play it like that, and it's really hard platforming game. So explain what the thought process is between that 1 versus 2 player thing.
Okay, the way it works is you have your 2 characters that you control separately, pushing buttons, and what you have to do is just coordinate and just clear 50 levels of just chaos, misery, hatred, and eventually, glory.
So you try and make people hate their friends.
Well, I mean, it's more of a kind of like a bonding exercise to like kind of test the limits of how much they really, care about each other. So yeah, you could say that.
So it's based on platforming. There's various different modes that change it up, but basically each player has a different gravity. So one person jumps up and the other person jumps down, and they have to get to the end of a short level and rely on each other to complete it.
Yeah, that's right. And it works particularly nice, the whole opposite sides thing on iPad, where you're kind of looking at it top down. And people can stand on opposite sides from one another. On PC, I had saw a kid earlier. He was kind of twisting his head like 180 degrees to try and view it the right way up for his character, which was pretty hilarious.
Nice. So aside from that, you've got a lot of local multiplayer games are coming out now. How do you feel about the kind of resurgence of those things coming about, like Towerfall and all those things, getting people in the same place?
I absolutely love them. Just the best times that you have is with your mates in the same room, just smashing games, and in turn, just, yelling abuse at each other. And yeah, those are the best kind of games, and that's really what I wanted to bring home with Narcissus, because it is like the whole premise of it was to make a game that was easier to play with a friend. Because on your own it's just absolutely solid. So you can either play it with a friend, or you can then go back and blast it out yourself.
Nice. So yeah, you play it with a friend, and basically you rely on them, not necessarily interact with them, and you kind of switch off triggers to open up parts of levels. Is there any plans for interacting, or do you just have to be there with your friend? I
think for the most part, it's more about the interaction that people have outside of the game that is really what drives the the entertainment of it. People just all of the comments and the it's all about that outside interaction. I'm looking at maybe having some later levels which do kind of explore having as you said switches, and I think there's it's about 3 or 4 levels near the end. You have doors and things that the other player has to open.
If you get that far.
If you get that far, and it's a long way to the top. For these guys, they've been playing for how long have you guys been playing for?
It's probably about an hour now.
Hang on.
It's over 6,000 seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
They're about to complete the game, aren't they?
Yeah, and they've been playing for about 6,000. Well, I need to put in a proper timing thing, but it's basically 6,000 seconds so far. 6,000 seconds of gameplay, which is about an hour, if not more.
That's quite a long time.
Yeah, and it's been great to have people dedicated to complete, and as a result, those people will be, archived in the game, and they will be held as shining, what's the word?
Arrogance.
Yeah,
I like that word.
Yeah, ones who were the first. Oh, pioneers. They were like the pioneers of the first ones to complete the game fully. And I think so far there's about 10 people who've done it so far, which is awesome.
Nice. You can play the first 25 levels on GameJolt.com.
Yeah, if you can either type in the URL really awkwardly, or you can just Google it.
I'll make it easy. I'll put a link in the description for people.
Smashing. Thank you
very much. Make it easy. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we wrap up?
Well, I mean, the game is coming out. I think I've kind of nailed it down to May. It's looking like it's going to be a May release, and it's going to be on Windows, Mac, looking at Linux at the moment, iPhone, Android,
everything.
As much as I can hit, with the exception of
Dreamcast.
Oh, man, if I could, I would. I totally would. Love that console. I mean, things like one thing I do every week is I meet up with my mates and we play what's it called? Toy Commander. That is one of my, like, oh man, that game is so much fun. We just like all four of us just like absolutely smashing the crap out of each other, and it is the best. It is the absolute, the best.
So who are the friends that you choose to play with Narcissus?
Oh, it's just old mates from school and college, and to play Narcissus with. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyone, literally. Like one thing I love doing is going on trains, and if I'm sat on one of those table seats, I'll just like kind of push it out onto the table and be like, do you want to play, against us or with us? And which I don't phrase like that because it can sound a bit dodgy, but like most people join in and actually give the game a try, and it's great because it gets people interacting with each other, and who would have just sat there on the Bilsons otherwise.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yep.
I hope that everyone checks out Narcissus because I've enjoyed it. I've been frustrated and challenged, and so check it out. Thank you for watching. Please do look out for more interviews and previews and all that sort of stuff at Rezzed, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.